Hi there, it's Lisa Balachi St. Romain here on Pentecost. I've got red and more red on today because we're celebrating the Holy Spirit, right? And so this reading from the Acts of the Apostles is wonderful, wonderful, dramatic, how the apostles and the people, all the Jews that were there in Jerusalem, experienced the coming of the Holy Spirit. So it's really important that you know these words, the vocabulary here: Parthians, Medes, Elamites, Mesopotamia, Judea, Cappadocia, Pontus, Asia, Phrygia, Pamphylia, districts of Libya near Cyrene, as well as travelers from Rome, Judaism, Cretans, and Arabs. Okay, so all of those names, you've got to be very familiar with those names. They just let them roll off your tongue. But as we start this, so when the time for Pentecost was fulfilled, that's like the coming of Jesus was fulfilled. Mary's term was fulfilled, and Jesus was born. So this word fulfilled means it's a definite time, and it is the time. They were all in one place together. Suddenly, all right, if you're telling this story to people who've never heard it before, you're going to accent that. And suddenly, there came from the sky a noise like a strong driving wind. That's the same wind that was at creation. And it filled the entire house in which they were. Imagine you were telling this story to people who've never heard it before, okay? You would tell it with this kind of excitement. And it filled the entire house in which they were. And then there appeared to them tongues as of fire, tongues, the speaking things, which parted and came to rest on each one of them. So now I'm looking each one of them, because these people that are in your congregation and we ourselves receive these tongues. Woo! Okay, all right. Came to rest on each one of us, each one of them, all of you, each one of us. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, filled with the Holy Spirit. Stretch that word out. And began to speak in different tongues as the Spirit enabled them to proclaim. Your lectionary says this is a reference to the healing of Babel, where everyone spoke in different tongues and nobody could understand each other. Here's the amazement. Now, there were devout Jews from every nation under heaven staying in Jerusalem. At this sound of the apostles speaking, they gathered in a large crowd, but they were confused. All right, they were confused. Tell the story. They were confused because each one heard them speaking in his own language. This is amazement all the way through that sentence. They were astounded. Okay, you don't have to be so dramatic as that, but let your voice. They were astounded. Stretch that word out. And in amazement, they asked, "Are not all these people who are speaking Galileans? What's going on? Then how does each of us hear them in his native language?" So put some commas in there. How does each of us, comma, hear them, comma, in his, it would be better, our, because it used the word us before. It would be better if it was our native language. Now here's the listing. See if you can look at a different place in the church. We are Parthians, Medes, Elamites, inhabitants of Mesopotamia, Judea and Cappadocia, Pontus and Asia, Phrygia and Pamphylia, Egypt and the districts of Libya around Cyrene. Remember where Simon came from. As well as travelers from Rome. Wow, they have come a far way. They've come across the Mediterranean. They've sailed across the Mediterranean, or they've come a long land journey. As well as travelers from Rome, both Jews and converts to Judaism, Cretans, that's from this island of Crete, and Arabs. Yet we hear them speaking in our own tongues of the mighty acts of God. There we go. What are they speaking? The mighty acts of God. Okay, this is an impressive reading. Impressive reading. Do it honor. Do it honor. Practice those names and do it honor. God be with you.